Before we come into any silence, we're going to tune into the breath. So you're setting yourself up for your seated meditation. And I also just want to point out, even though maybe you all already know this, when we sit compared to laying down, we call in a different energy for meditation. There's a little bit more of an alert quality for the brain and the mind, which in a way sometimes feels like, well, am I setting myself up for um, more of a challenge? I know for me personally, it's just easier to relax my body when I'm laying down. So I want to invite you to stay upright, but then inviting that relaxed quality into the body. And so the spine is really working. There's that energy moving up from the earth through your body, through your chakras. But then can you just let your arms fall off to the side? Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Even let your belly just soften and relax. Hands can either be placed with your palms down or up in your lap. You can also rest one hand on top of the other with the thumbs touching. And then as you start to notice your body in these surroundings, bringing in that three-dimensional awareness. So paying attention to all the parts of your body, even the places on your body that you cannot see with your line of vision. Can you start to bring that presence, that awareness towards the back body and backs of the legs? And then what happened with your spine? You need to sit tall again. Draw energy up the spine through the crown of the head. And with your belly soft, I want you to just start to bring the breath a little bit higher. So up those upper lobes of the lungs. So you let the breath fill starting at the bottom and then inhaling all the way up to the top lid of the container of your lungs. There's that quality of almost breathing all the way into your neck. And then slowly taking your time to release it and exhale. So we have these bones in our neck that kind of mimic the ribs. And so we know that the lungs don't actually reach up into the neck, but let's just bring that quality of filling all the way to the top. And as you exhale, shoulders drop away from the ears. A couple more just like that, breathing all the way up to the upper lobes, collarbones. Now just playing around with the placement of your torso over the hips. So often it's pretty common to lean forward. Can you really stack each vertebra over the next and allow your shoulders to come right over the hips? So it might even feel a little bit at first like you're leaning back or you're falling back, but just find that edge. So sometimes we have to go a little bit too far to find where that sweet spot is. So just experiment. Where is your center? Where is that place of ease and strength? We call on the physical body to create this atmosphere, this structure through the bones and the dense quality of that matter of our physical body to create space for our energy to flow, to create space for the mind to clear out. And so we're already coming into this place of trust, trusting your body to hold you right here, moving towards a place of comfort, knowing that you get to modify at any time, even in during meditation. So I think it's pretty easy, or not easy, but we're accustomed to making the modifications while we're in the movement practice. But how can you really give yourself what you need during this meditation? If you need to adjust your body, if you need to move, if you need to get a different support, change your hands. And even it can look like that recommitting, turning away from distraction. Excuse me. I like to call distractions as a call to action to come back into this present moment. As you do that, you're turning back towards yourself, that commitment, recommitting. And then we'll just pause into 2 minutes of silence, of stillness, as it works for you, a chance to do nothing, and then I'll call you back. On your next breath, take your time to exhale, and then use your belly at the bottom of that exhale, completely empty, and then slowly breathing into the top. Taking your time to exhale, maybe making that exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. And if it's a part of your practice, you can start to thread in that ujjayi breath, that windy sound at the back of the throat, like you're breathing in and out through a straw. Once more, sitting tall, allowing your lower body to really reach down towards the earth, that grounding quality, and then the crown of your head, as if you were wearing an antenna or you had a blowhole or spout at the top of the head, just reaching up. Integrity through your spine. And we'll bring hands heart center, Anjali Mudra, palm to palm, fingertip to fingertip. So we're already connecting the right and left sides of the body, right and left hemispheres of the brain. This grand conjunction of your body here in space, connecting with breath, connecting with your energy, connecting with whatever feelings are up for you today. And just knowing nothing needs to be changed, nothing needs to be fixed. You're not broken. And we'll call on a mantra, intention, motivation, dedication, inspiration, something that feels good that you'll carry with you through this day and through your yoga practice, maybe even through this evening towards sleep. If you don't have one, you can try on, I am ready. Slowly, as you blink your eyes open and release the hands, we'll turn the playlist on and then we'll set ourselves up into tabletop. So I like to do a little countdown so that we all press play at the same time. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect, but go ahead and bring up the playlist. And then we are going to press play in 3, 2, 1, play. And then move your blocks or your yoga meditation cushion off to the side. Setting up for tabletop. And already right here, can you take your breath with you, find integrity in your spine? And we're just slowly rocking forward and back, starting to turn on the hands, spread the fingers. So we're waking up the arms here before we go into a downward dog. Slow it down. Inhale forward, exhale back. This is your practice. We have a silent agreement that we're here to move together, sacred agreement that you get to listen to your body, taking any modifications or variations that best serve you at any time. Adding on, we'll take the knees a little bit wider so that we can draw the hips back more towards a child's pose. Exhale back. Inhale forward. And then adding on, you can drop the belly like a cow pose as you come forward. And then cat pose as you draw back, rounding the spine, belly button pulls back. Create more space along the back body. Two more. Matching movement to breath, breath to movement. Inhale, rock forward to neutral. And we're going to take the left hand in front of our face, right in the center of the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Take a couple wrist circles. And if you're not twisting, just reach your arm out to the side. Yeah, just get some movement in the wrist. Open up the palm of the hand. Other direction. Exhale, drop that hand. Replace the left hand. Reach it up. Texting, typing, driving, swiping. Exhale, tabletop position. Extend your right foot towards the back of the mat. Toes are still touching. And just pulse back through that heel, opening up the Achilles, the calf. And then use the front body to help create length for the back body, strength, integrity through the core. Back of your head presses up towards the sky, towards the ceiling to create that length through the neck as an extension of the spine. Okay, drop that knee down, left foot back. And same thing, just pulsing back, warming up, creating this movement through the body. And can you take your upper arm bones, turning them out slightly so you're already preparing here, pressing the earth away from you, preparing for that downward dog quality in the upper body. I'm already feeling a little bit of heat. Amazing how just some intentional movement can really get the energy moving. Okay, drop that knee. Inhale, exhale, downward dog. Lift your hips, upside down V shape. And you can move it around. You can bend one knee and the other. You can give a little twist to the hips. You're just finding your version. And a reminder, I don't want you to hurt yourself, but the idea is that you can't do this wrong. If you're listening to your body and you're in that place of integrity and course correction when it's needed, it's all good. I'm not going to mess this up. There's no test at the end. You just create that space. We'll come back to regular old downward dog, creating space for your body, space for your breath. If you need to bend the knees slightly to flip the sit bones up, you can do that. And then child's pose. Let your forehead fall to the earth. If your body doesn't create that shape very easily, you can always take the hands and rest your forehead on the hands. And then relaxing at the base of the skull. Maybe you even shake your head no a little bit. Reach the arms long, downward dog. Inhale, exhale. Bend your knees a lot. Walk your feet towards your hands, top of the mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to do that 3 times. Exhale. So you're turning on the legs, lengthening the spine. It's okay if your knees are bent. That'll create more space for the low back, especially if your hamstrings are tight. Last one, let the breath lead you. Exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back, downward dog. Take your time. And this time, let's take the hands as wide as the mat, turn them out slightly. So we're creating more space for that external rotation of the upper arm. And then let your head hang down. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bend the knees, walk your hands towards the back of the mat, Uttanasana again, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pause. Bend your knees a lot so that your torso touches your thighs. So if your torso's not touching your thighs, just bend them even more. No such thing as too much here. We're gonna grasp hands at the low back. So you're taking your little fist packet, or you can grab one wrist if that's too much. And then inhale, just let the arms fall all the way forward. Maybe you wanna bend one knee and the other to add a little bit of a twist, or just let the weight of the arms rest. Create a deeper hamstring stretch. Switch the clasp of your hand so it's the other thumb leading, and then bend the arms up and over. Release the hands to the earth, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands out, downward dog. So we're now turning our hands into our feet. So pillar-like quality in the arms. And now I want you to push the earth away so much that your shoulders turtle up towards the ears. And then as you exhale, draw them away. You're spreading across the collarbones. And then push the earth away so much that the shoulders scrunch up. And then find your sweet spot. So sometimes you create that end range, but that's not necessarily the place where we have the most strength. So just because your body goes that far, do you really need to go there? Child's pose again. Walk your hands over to the left, side bend. Right hand can stack. You can even do your tented fingertips here. And if you want to add a little twist, go ahead. Find your breath. Okay, walk your hands over to the right, left hand stacks. Hands come back through the center. Create that length. And then we're going to snake the body forward, laying on your belly. Hands come under the shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, lift. Like there's a string attached to the back of your heart, just lifting you up. Exhale. This time, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Hold it. And then squeeze your elbows tighter, closer in towards the body. Straighten out your legs. Toes are still touching the mat. Create that length through the back, through the spine. One more breath. Exhale, release it all down. Bend at the knees, just windshield wiper your legs. And then coming back to the center, you're going to peel your body up on the way to downward dog, or if you want to reverse plank, go ahead. We're going to step our right foot forward and turn towards the left. So you're just standing wide leg stance. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess. Sit into it. And just pause here. You can rock the hips. If you like to take the elbows inside the knees, go ahead. Maybe you like to add that twist, dropping one shoulder and then the other. So just finding your version. Full expression of what feels good in your body. Okay, come back to your goddess or horse stance, hands heart center. Inhale, star. Exhale, sit back into it. Two more. Inhale. Inhale, reach. Length. Exhale, goddess. Pause. Now we're going to take our side lunge towards the top of the mat, Skandasana. And then all the way up and over to the back of the mat, other side. And then you can add on any arm variation. No need to keep up with me. Follow your pace, your rhythm. Two more. Okay, all the way to the top of the mat. Pivot so that you're facing the top of the mat, downward dog. Feet come together, so toes touching. And then bend the knees. Inhale straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale straight. Bring your feet hip distance, shoulder distance. So there's that space between the feet. And then we're going to step the right foot forward slightly. So maybe your heel touches the mat. And then look under your right armpit. Back through the center. Step that right foot back. The left foot forward, just 1 foot distance. Getting a little deeper stretch at the back of the leg. And then look underneath your left armpit. Testing your balance. Coming to that place of trust again. Can you press into each knuckle of the hand? And then step that left foot back again. Inhale, high plank. Lower your body to the earth. It's okay to drop the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale up. Pause. Turn on your glutes. Reach the legs away from you. Elbows squeeze in. And now adding on, if it's okay for your low back, lift the legs, kiss your feet a little closer together, pausing here, or reach the arms back towards the feet so the palms are face up. Locust, Balabasana. Don't jam the back of your neck. One more breath. Hands under the shoulders. Exhale, release. On your way to downward dog, peel your body up, reverse plank, or move through child's pose on your way. Feet come together. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Place the back knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. And then goalpost arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend at the elbows, open up the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Goalpost, pause. Stay here or interlace your hands behind the head and just cradle the head. Let your head fall back. And if you want even a little bit more of a stretch through the hip flexor, let the hips fall towards the earth. Okay, inhale, draw the hips back over that back knee. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hands to the earth. Pause. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg. And then inhale, we're straightening the front leg towards pyramid variation. Exhale, bend. You can use your blocks if you need them. See how long can you keep your spine bending and straightening that front leg? And you're really coaxing the outer right hip back. Last one. Blocks off to the side. We're going to take our three-legged dog. So the right leg will sweep up and back. You can stack the hips, bend that top knee. Scorpion variation. Really squeeze your foot towards your seat. So you're active at the hamstring. And we'll take small circles with that top knee, drawing circles at the place where the wall and the ceiling meet, other direction. We'll lift that leg, straighten it out. Exhale, downward dog, child's pose, or vinyasa. Feet come together, feel the length. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. You can drop the back knee. Inhale, arms reach up, torso comes up. Exhale, goalpost. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and easy. Two more. Infusing breath into the body. Exhale. Okay, one more. Pause, or you can add the hammock, cradling the head. Squeeze your right glute. You can let the hips descend towards the earth. Okay, draw the hips back over the back knee. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to your heart, to the earth. Pause. Straighten your back leg. And then inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. The back heel can stay up. And see if you can keep the back leg super straight the whole time. So there's no buckling of that back knee. Left outer hip drawing back so that we're keeping the back of the pelvis level. One more. Exhale. Move the blocks out of the way. On your way to three-legged dog. So make sure every part of the hand is glued down. And then as you open the hips, stack the legs, your shoulders stay square to the earth. And then squeeze that foot and add your knee circles. Other direction. Squeeze it tight, tight, tight. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, downward dog, child's pose, or your version of vinyasa, moving with your breath. Feet come together. We're in our downward dog now. So if you pick your child's pose, pop on up. Right leg lifts. Exhale, step it outside the right hand. We're coming to lizard. So you can drop the back knee down. The foot is turned out slightly so that it's like intersecting the side edge of the mat. And then you can take your elbow, your hand to just coax that external rotation in your right leg. Your version of lizard, if you have the range of motion and flexibility and you want to come on to your forearms, you can do that. Listening to your body. Okay, place the hands back on the mat wherever you are. Walk the right foot in so that it's right next to the right hand and your knee is touching the upper arm, and you're going to squeeze in there. So you're making contact. I'll show you right here. This knee is really hugged in tight right here. And then we're adding on hip circles. Other direction. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with that inner thigh. Don't lose connection between your knee and your upper arm. So if you need to move your hands to make that happen, go ahead. But we're really contracting the inner thigh, and this is helping to create a release at the opposite muscle group at the outside of the hip. Okay, let the hips drop down. We're going to tuck the back toes, come towards an easy twist. Left hand stays on the mat. Right hand reaches up. If you need to have the back knee down, that's fine. Otherwise, super straight, reaching through the back heel. Good. You can always take your hand to the hip or even just creating that little wing, hand on the shoulder if you have any shoulder issues. Exhale, hands to the earth. We're taking that three-legged dog again. Inhale, sweep it up and back. Open up the hip. So we're getting that hip flexor stretch, but what's happening with your hands? Can you press more into that right hand so that there's equal weight? This time, straighten the top leg. Exhale, we're going to drop the knee. Well, you can do a twist, but I'm going to show you the modification. Drop the back knee as you take your right knee towards your left elbow across the body. Inhale, so just reach it out straight or coming back to that three-legged dog, depending what's available in your body. Exhale, twist, right knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. And then this time, step it forward, low lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms to a T. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, arms to a T. Other elbow on top. Pause here, and then you can round and arch the spine. If you need to pad the back knee, go ahead. The last one, rounding forward. Inhale up, pause. or add on the eagle arms. This time we're going to arch, lift up, exhale back to the center. Inhale up, exhale. If it's too much, you can also take just the arm across the body. Last one. Release the arms, reach them up. Exhale, hands to earth. Vinyasa or just straight to downward dog. Okay, feet come together, left leg lifts. And then we're going to step it forward for the lizard. Step outside the left hand. Set yourself up, no rush. And then adding on, if you want to use the left elbow or the left hand to coax the knee away from you, creating that external rotation at the upper leg, your femur. Good. I can see you breathing through the screen. A good sign. Where is there space to let go? Where is there areas? Where are there areas that you can create strength and stability to really facilitate that surrender? Okay, we're going to meet back with the hands planted. Walk your left foot all the way in so it's next to your left hand and your left knee is pressing in towards the upper arm. You're making a connection here. Really connected tight right here. Squeeze, 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 and add on your hip circles. This is another great one for sciatica pain, low back pain. You have to sit a lot. Squeeze that left knee in, you got it. Other direction. Okay, come through the center, drop your hips towards the earth. We're going to straighten the back leg, come towards your easy twist. Right hand to the earth, left hand towards the sky. Or you're just pausing. If you're not twisting, you're just going to pause in that runner's lunge with both hands on the earth. Yeah, how low can you get your hips? There you go. Pull that back heel all the way back. And then hands to the earth. And we're coming to that three-legged dog again. Inhale up. And then we're crossing the body. You can drop the back knee. Left knee sweeps across to the right elbow. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. This time, step it forward, low lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Create that shape. Arms to a T. Give yourself a hug. Inhale. Exhale. So now have the opposite elbow as you did before and curling forward. Inhale. Movement in the spine, arching and rounding. Last one. Release the arms all the way up. Tee the arms, and then we're going to take that eagle variation, or you can just draw one arm across the body. Don't get too don't get too particular about which side you're on or which arm is on top. It doesn't matter. And then now adding the lift arch. Exhale to the center. Last one. Exhale, release the hands, reach them up. Hands to your heart, hands to the earth. Move through your version of vinyasa or just meet in downward dog. Not forcing, not pushing, opening, allowing. And we're going to step the right foot forward again. Turn your toes to the left. You're coming to your wide leg pose. Maybe you take your block if you need it. Holding at the hips. And then just do what feels good for you here. If you want to twist, you can do that. If you want to take your torso over to one side and then the other, but see if you can keep equal weight through both feet and keep that commitment to the balls of the feet. So your center of gravity is moving forward to help turn on the legs. Okay, we're going to halfway lift, hands to the hips. Exhale, fold. Start to walk your hands back. We're going to slowly lower our seat to the earth. It's not very graceful, but you can still try to be graceful. Now, if this is too much for the low back, you can have the knees bent. Let's actually everybody start with the knees bent. Take your hands inside the thighs, which is above the knee, that kind of meaty portion. And then you're sitting up as you start to straighten the legs or move your legs towards straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, using that pressure to lift up away. Exhale, sit tall, lift your sternum. Good, exhale. Inhale. Sitting tall, find your version with the legs straight or bent. And then we're just going to tick tock up and over, side bend, and then up and over the other side. So even if you have your knees bent, you can still activate through the quad to ground the femur bone towards the earth. Next one, we're going to hold on this side. And then you're going to turn your chest towards the sky, reach that top arm back, and then sweep it around. Big sweeping motion with that arm. Two more. This time that arm's going to take you up and over to the other side. Pause. Anchor that opposite sit bone all the way down. And then top arm towards behind you to open your chest, your sternum towards the sky. And then sweep the arm around. Dancing with your breath. Last one. And this one takes us up and over. And then we'll just fold at the hips, reaching forward. You can use your blocks. And then here, if you want to rock side to side, that's okay. Again, asking yourself, where is there space to release and let go? And sometimes we need to back off slightly. So just like we were playing around earlier in downward dog, finding the sweet spot, when we're stretching, we're all often trying to go to that end point, that largest range of motion. But what happens if you just back off slightly and then let your body relax and release into whatever shape it's in? And you might find more length, more melting, coming into that place of sweet surrender. Inhale, sitting all the way up, bend the knees. You can use your hands to bring the legs together. And then we're going to extend the right leg long, hug the left knee in, and then open it up like it's a seated tree pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, maybe just halfway, folding forward. And then if you have the flexibility and you want to take your left hand reaching outside the right foot, and then take your right hand behind you like a kickstand right next to your hip, and you're going to press into the earth to help create more length. So you're pressing here to lift the heart forward. Good. And if you're not twisting, quite all right, but see how long you can make your spine reaching through the top of the head. Turn on the right quad. So lift the kneecap as we engage the front of the leg, that helps to lengthen the back of the leg. Slowly rolling up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the left knee back in. Take that foot up and over. And then you're either just going to pause here, sitting tall, hugging the knee in, or you can take the twist towards your left, hug the knee in, or hook the elbow. Take your left hand like a kickstand behind you, and then add on your gaze if it's available. No matter which version you're in, I want your left foot all the way planted, like the sole of your foot, as if you were going to be able to stand on it. Good. We draw up information from the feet all the way into the pelvis to help create stability for a happy low back, that integrity, starting at the earth and then moving its way all the way up the body. Slowly unwind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stack the knees. So this time, the left foot comes outside the right hip. And then you can take your kickstand arms behind you, just sitting tall here, or if it's available, folding forward to grab your foot, or maybe just halfway. And so it's a little tricky here. Sometimes that right quad thinks that it gets to relax because we have the pressure of the left leg, but still need to engage, still need to squeeze that right quad. Good. And if you're using your strap, see if you can lengthen the spine, maybe even walking your hands forward to create that length. Sitting all the way up, draw the left knee into the chest, plant that foot. You're going to take your right arm up and back, lift the hips, inhale, flush out the front of the left hip flexor, and then hips to the earth. We'll do that 2 more times. Yep. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Lift it up. Hips to the earth. And then switching sides. Extend left leg long, right knee comes in. And just sit tall here, already creating that tall posture, that freedom in the neck so that your shoulders can draw away from the ears. We're using the biceps, but relaxing the neck. And then opening it up, seated tree. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward, maybe just halfway. Can you turn on that left quad? If it's available, take the right arm across to the outside of the left foot, and then take your left hand like a kickstand to just coax your body forward. Turn on the left quad again. Let your legs really work for you. Good. Where is there space to breathe? Coming back all the way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug that right knee in. And then we're going to take that foot up and over, and then taking your version, either that twist or just sitting where you are with the kickstand arms. You can hug the knee or hook the elbow, and then your right hand creating that kickstand and adding on the neck only if it's easy. Can you sit taller? Ears lifting up towards the sky. Slowly releasing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stack the knees. So your right foot coming outside the left hip. Take your kickstand or fold forward. Turn on your left quad. Find your breath. Slowly coming all the way back up. We're going to hug the right knee in, place it to the earth, and then left hand up and back. Lift your hips. Wild thing. Exhale, hips come to the earth. Inhale, reach. Exhale. My Alexa Dot thinks I'm talking to her. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, both legs long, Paschimottanasana. Forward fold. Maybe you bend the knees. Maybe you just go halfway. Once you've found the length, now go ahead and just let your spine round forward. Nose towards your knees. Inhale, sit tall. We're going to plant the feet and then slowly roll all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your feet as wide as the mat, and we're just going to windshield wiper the knees one side and then the other. So you're just letting gravity take over the legs. I know I lied, and we actually never used well, some of you used the strap, but how heavy can you let that femur get? Letting gravity do the work for you. Both knees in towards the chest. Hug it in tight, tight, tight. Bring your forehead to your knees. Exhale, release that squeeze. Head releases to the earth. Inhale, squeeze it in. Exhale. Feet come towards the sky, happy baby. So your arms reach inside the legs, feet stay high. And then you slip your hands to the outside edge of the feet, but your arms are still inside your legs and your palms are facing each other. Good. Take your tailbone away from your head so you're creating that length. And then you're also plugging your shoulders towards the spine to feel freedom in the sides of your neck, that space to breathe. If you like rocking side to side, go ahead. If you want to straighten one leg and the other. As we slowly prepare for our Shavasana resting pose, if you want to take an extended Shavasana, I'm going to leave the invitation for you to turn the Zoom off so that you can just take a longer reclined meditation on your own. Otherwise, stick with me. And we're going to take an abbreviated quality over quantity here. Release your legs long. If you have a support for under the knees, go ahead. And then the palms flip up and you snuggle your elbows a little closer to the body than the hands to create that external rotation for the upper arm bone, which sends that message right back up to the collarbones, the area that we were breathing to in the beginning of class, allowing that freedom to spread across the top of the torso. And then now just releasing control of the breath, letting yourself really just fall into the body. Time to integrate. Go ahead and take a couple deeper breaths down into the pit of your belly, down to the lower lobes. Keep your hands where they are. It's really drawing the breath down into the body. One more just like that. Exhale. Take your hands onto your belly and 2 breaths, feeling how the belly's moving under the hands. Turning into that inner wisdom, the internal quality of the breath moving your body. So as you move through the rest of your day, as you face whatever blessings or maybe even blessings in the form of challenges, giving yourself that permission to course correct, to make decisions that best serve you so you can serve others, that place of inner knowing, things that only you can know for and about yourself, not having to prove or defend, creating space, clearing, communication. Inhale, arms up overhead, create that waking up like quality in the body. And then slowly, as you make your way towards the seated position, keep your eyes closed and let your head hang down. So you'll just pause with the head hanging, taking your time to come upright. Grab those yoga blocks or your cushion so that you can sit tall. And then once you have your spine set up, hands placed, then slowly bringing the chin level so we give our body that time to come into equilibrium for oxygenation, circulation. And before we bring our hands heart center, let's just take 3 shoulder circles. Really intentionally releasing and letting go of any negative energy, any tightness or hardness that maybe hung on overnight. Last one. And then hands heart center. Prepared to close your practice, which is also a sweet opening into the rest of your day. Coming back to your intention. I am ready. We'll breathe together one time to seal the practice. Exhale to prepare, emptying out. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. Thank you. So just really making sure you take care of yourself, that you hydrate, that you really take care of your body. And just a couple announcements. I do have my Valentine's event coming up. The registration closes next week. Really happy to have you. And I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10:30, and then Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. But if nobody signs up for that night before, then I don't show up on the mat. So just make sure to sign up ahead if you're interested in doing that. And then one more announcement: my my Young Living team, Essential Oils, we're doing the emotional reset in February. So if you're interested in learning more about the Feelings Kit oils and the Feelings Kit protocol to release emotional blocks, happy to talk to you privately about that. And if you're watching the replay, I always love hearing in the comments how that felt in your body.